What's up, humans, and welcome to a new Psicoactivo. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Okay, so we have to deal with something that happened in the morning, in the early stages of Wednesday. I did talk about it in the live stream a little bit because not all the information was laid out. The images that I saw were this. The first one is this one right here. It says federal US domain bought. Notice federal US website newly registered Aliens.gov. Action taken by the NINAN Executive Office of the President. Aliens.gov. Okay. So then I saw this one. They didn't just take that one, they also took Alien.gov. And it's by the Executive Office of the President. So now I want to take you through this article from Defense Scoop because initially I thought, oh, there's nothing to this. I don't think anything is going to happen. This is probably going to be something along the lines of like illegal aliens and immigration. Everybody thought that. You're not going to like deny that you did. Everybody did. So this is this this is Defense Scoop, and they have like a really interesting update that I just got to tell you guys about. It says White House registers new alien related .gov domains as DoD tackles Trump's disclosure directive. White House spokeswoman Anna Kelly told Defense Scoop in an email to stay tuned, quote unquote, and included an alien emoji. Yes. Oh man. So this is happening. The White House registered two new government domains this week, Alien.gov and Aliens.gov, according to publicly available federal records. Their appearance comes about 1 month after President Trump announced plans to direct the long anticipated release of U.S. government records about unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAP, and extraterrestrial beings. Those new domains were not connected to websites as of Wednesday morning, but public data managed by the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, reveals that both sites were registered Tuesday evening and are hosted on Cloudflare servers. Shortly after Trump's disclosure order in February, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said the Pentagon was keen to comply and had started actively working on the initiative. Defense Department leadership set up the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office in 2022 during the Biden administration to detect and investigate UAP, which is the modern term for UFOs that accounts for perplexing maritime and transmedium objects. Arrow's launch was sparked by mounting public concerns about national security risks associated with unidentified anomalous phenomena. Officials inside the office are working to resolve an ever-growing caseload of DoD-related UAP reports. They're also conducting activities to improve flight safety and synchronized efforts across the military regarding unexplained objects in the air, sea, and space. Arrow maintains a website that serves as a central hub for federal UAP information. The office is currently accepting reports about suspected UAP encounters, specifically from current or former U.S. government employees, military personnel, and contractors, with plans to expand to the general public sometime in the future. Pentagon spokespeople did not respond to questions from Defense Scoop on Wednesday regarding the registration of these new .gov domains, the content they will support, or whether this marks a change in the government's plans for public UAP reporting options. Shortly after the initial publication of this article, White House spokeswoman Anna Kelly told Defense Scoop in an emailed response to those questions to quote unquote, stay tuned. Her statement included the same alien emoji that Hegseth used on social media when he reposted Trump's promise last month to publish previously undisclosed records about extraterrestrials and unidentified craft. Notably, both domains were launched by the CISA, while the CISA is not accepting new .gov domain requests due to a lapse in federal funding. Spokespeople from that agency also did not respond to inquiries from Defense Scoop. The arrival of Aliens.gov was previously reported by 404 Media and first spotted by a bot that tracks .gov domains. Updated on March 18, 2026 at 4:25 p.m. The story was updated to add a comment from the White House spokeswoman Anna Kelly, which is the meat of the article, and removed a paragraph about the possibility that the domains were related to the administration's immigration policies. So there's no longer any doubt. Like, this is about the Trump directive. It's not about illegal aliens or immigration. So this is happening. So, and it's like the timing is funny, right? Because Matthew Brown just came out on his interview, and on the same day in which he accused people from ODNI to be corrupt, and where he named somebody from allegedly the legacy program, this happens. And I don't know what the level of corruption is. I don't know if it goes all the way to the president. It is very possible. So, whatever you get from this, just if you're like knowledgeable in ufology and you know that there is a lot of stuff that has been hidden from entities like NASA, the CIA, the Air Force, all of those, and you get information on these websites, you better like speak up if it's not complete and if it's not what you expected. I know that already, for example, people in Congress like Congresswoman Luna, Congressman Tim Burchett, Congressman Eric Burleson were already shown stuff that has them like on the case because what they saw defied their conception of reality. And we have to see what they saw initially. That's what has to be disclosed. And that's what I think they're pushing for, which I applaud. But please just don't get over excited about whatever comes out of this. I wouldn't recommend it. If anything comes out, it is probably going to be curated for to please a certain party, and I don't think we're going to get the entire information at all. Like, nobody thinks that. But whatever we get, we better be like really picky about what we get. We have to be very specific and we have to speak up. If it's not what we want, if it's not what the people want in terms of the truth, in terms of transparency, I hope that every single one of us speaks up about this. But yeah, aliens.gov and alien.gov were just bought by the executive office of the president of the United States. That happened today, on the same day that the Matthew Brown interview dropped. The timing, huh? So, and it's not about immigration, just so you know. It is about this topic. It is about whatever is going to be released is going to drop there, I would guess. Why did they make two websites? Why did they buy two domains? I have no idea. I have no idea if they're going to release something on one and some other things on the other, like heavier files on one and just all the documents on the other. If they release a lot, I would guess that it's just going to be way more than the Epstein stuff, way more. But if you paid attention to Matthew Brown's interview today, he doesn't trust the way that this is being handled based on how the Epstein files were handled. So he doesn't expect for like a lot of information. If enough information comes out to make people believe that this is real, that would be enough for disclosure, yes, but it wouldn't be the entire truth. It wouldn't be everything. It would be neglecting like people's experiences and all that, like the abduction phenomenon and other things. So please be wary. That's all I ask. But let me know what you think about these two news sites. The timing is weird, I know. Let me know what you think. Before I leave, I do want to show you first this new trailer for the Bob Lazar documentary S4 by Luigi Banditelli. Here it is.
Medical evidence now exists which proves that there is life elsewhere, and at least one form of that life has been here. As of 1989, that evidence was in the custody of the United States government. Between December of 1988 and April of 1989, I worked as a senior staff physicist in what has to be the most secret project in history. My job in this program was to be part of a back engineering team. This particular disk appeared to be in excellent condition, and because of its sleek appearance, I nicknamed it the Sport Model. The goal in this program was to see if the technology of the disk could be duplicated with Earth materials. To start up the reactor, of course, we need some element 115. In fact, you need 223 grams, machined into a wedge like this. The program out at S4 consisted of 3 projects: Project Galileo, Project Sidekick, and Project Looking Glass.
The file on top was Project Galileo, and as it turned out, that's the project that I was part of. And that clearly referred to reverse engineering a recovered alien spacecraft.
Just cannot be a secret from anyone, not just the American people, but the rest of the world.
All this stuff is something that happened to him. It's not who he is.
They're doing everything they can to keep this information secret.
That's empirical evidence. I saw a craft to do that, thanks to him.
Now this story spills, and the world changed.
And also, before I leave, I want to show you Psicoactivo's first and only sponsor for now. One of you, a small business by the name of Anomalous Cards. Here it is. I am happy to announce to you guys that I finally have my very first sponsor, which is one of you, with a small business that I feel really excited to promote. So let me present to you Anomalous Cards. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a nerd. I used to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was younger, especially the Japanese version. I used to have a lot of decks of Yu-Gi-Oh! So when this person approached me from the Anomalous Cards team to tell me that he had this idea in this collection, I was very excited. And just so you know, what is Anomalous Cards? So Anomalous Cards is a set of 100 cards documenting the top 100 UAP events of 2025. If you want to go to the site, it is called letsgetanomalous.com. Let me repeat, letsgetanomalous.com. We're supposedly going to have a 15% discount for Psicoactivo. As soon as I get it, because they haven't generated it yet, I will give it to you guys so you can take a look. But let me show you. This is a good example. This is Dylan Borland's description of the black triangle that he saw, that he described at the September hearings. So that's one. And in the reverse, in the back of the card, you get a description. One with the picture on one side and the other one with a description. This is the video that Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp showed on June 16, 2025. And this is the description right here. As I'm told by the Anomalous Cards team, 2 of my reportings are in these cards. If you can spot them, if you buy these cards and you can spot the reporting, I'll be glad to highlight it if you guys let me know. But yeah, remember, go to www.letsgetanomalous.com for a 15% discount for Psicoactivo. I'll leave the discount in the description down below. But thank you to the Anomalous Cards team for giving me this opportunity to be my sponsor, my very first official sponsor for Psicoactivo podcast. Thank you. Before I continue, I just want to let you know that if you like the content you see, I'm going to ask you to please like, share, hype, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. That's all you need to do in order to help us, really, but it is what helps us the most. However, if you want to help out the channel in other ways, we have links down there you can choose from. You can become a member on YouTube or on Patreon. If you want merch and no ads, I think Patreon is the way. This is the only ad you get on Patreon. You can also choose to give us a review on Spotify because we were just accepted to the partner program and we can really use your help to keep growing. You can also go to the main channel if you're new. And I got about 850 episodes that you can go through. I would really appreciate doing any of those things. Whatever you choose to do is always appreciated. So thank you. And that's it for me today on this video, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, stay curious and inquisitive like Anna Kelly, who spoke to the Fan Scoop today. Always. Bye.